chance to win, you got to get that ball down. You got to push it down the field fast. And at some point, you got to get your 2-minute going, and you got to get going on that. And you're going to need it later in the season, and that's where that was. You know, Bernard, we gave Bernard 24 carries in that game. And at that point in time, it was time for us to try to push the ball down in a faster fashion. And that was the decision we made, and the right decision to make. That's what it had to be.
Steve, you've been warning these guys and saying this might be the best 1-3 team in the country based on the games they lost, how they lost them. Is this one of those situations where you can talk about it all you want, but experience was kind of unfortunately the best teacher, and they didn't really kind of fully let it sink in until they got out there?
I'd say that's probably well said. I felt this was a really good football team. I told you that. I didn't mince any words about it. I knew they were a good football team, and I knew they'd be highly motivated because their whole season was in front of them. I knew that, and they had to. This was a must-win for them, and they played that way. And yes, I think that we can learn from this. I think you learn how to handle. You know, you're in a situation where you're coming off of a game that we came off of, and you have to learn how to handle that, and understand that nothing's as good as it seems, nothing's as bad as it seems. Somewhere in the middle is reality. And you got to be able to come in, you got to practice, and you got to prepare, and you can't lose your edge, and everything's got to be the same. And what happens sometimes is, you learn that lesson really, really hard. And we talk about all the time that, this whole my bad stuff. Get rid of all that garbage. That's all garbage. I don't know what that is, my bad. At the end of the day, it's a fine line. It's very, very fragile. And when you lose it, you don't get it back. Okay? We lost the game. We can't get back. There's no, let's get a redo on that. There's no redo. We lost that game. Now we got to keep our mouth shut, get into work tomorrow, watch the tape, and get at the business at hand of attacking Ball State. And that's what it is. And that's, I hope there's a lesson to be learned there, that it's fragile, and that the margin of error is very small, and that it can get away from you just like that. That's the message has been, and we're going to keep preaching that message, and we're going to grow as a football team, and that's where it is. Happens all throughout college football.
Any more questions? Thanks, Coach.